While it may be cold outside, things are getting toasty warm at Global Voice Broadcasting. Heat up your winter nights with the hottest topics, the hottest celebrities, and today's best music. It's why Global Voice Broadcasting is becoming your 24/7 home for the music and talk you want right now. Discover your favorite shows and music anytime at globalvoicebroadcasting.com. You want to get fit and you want to look hot. It's the weekend and it's time to tackle fitness at its core. We'll tone up your health, wellness, and nutrition from the inside out, unlike anything you've ever heard before. We'll shape up your life and have fun doing it while motivating you to your full potential. So hang up the suit and get ready to work it. It's Fitness Friday with your 2 smart dumbbells.
Happy Fitness Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, January 16th, and in the quasi-put-together Global Voice Broadcasting Studios, I am broadcasting to you live on our 3rd anniversary of 2 Smart Dumbbells, and I told you on Wednesday that it was a good hump day, and a big anniversary calls for a big guest, and without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have my original dumbbell back in studio, PJ Stahl. I wouldn't have done this without you. I really wouldn't have given you a choice. I was going to hunt you down one way or another and just make sure that
here we go.
If we were going to do this, we were going to do it right. 3 years.
I can't believe it. I am
either.
So excited to be here, to be back and be ready to take this year by storm.
Well, from such humble beginnings, PJ, right? we go back. I'm looking at this photo of you and I from the first day we even go to our first location, which was over on Gower.
Yeah.
In that big crazy building, and PJ and I have literally like changed places.
Right.
So I had a shaved head at the time.
Yes. And I had longer hair. And,
PJ had long, crazy hair.
Yep.
Yeah,
you were leaner.
I was
a
very
little
small.
Bigger, right? And now I'm a little leaner. You're a little more
bigger.
muscular.
You know,
you're bigger.
It's just how time goes.
You have long hair. I shaved my head. It's full circle. It's full circle.
And good news. We are live in the Global Voice Broadcasting Studios.
Yes, we are.
If you want to look at this wonderful change that the two of us have undergone, we have our lights that we tried to break in here. Lipstick on a
knocked
pig.
2 of them over.
Complete lipstick on a pig here at Global Voice Broadcasting Studios. We have everything set to go. GVBradio.com/dumbbells.
Yes.
Look us up. We're sitting right here, and we have a lot to go over, PJ, because when last we spoke, we were at Lockbox.
Right.
Which, congratulations, Lockbox is still open.
It's still open.
That's a good place to start.
It keeps driving.
It's not done yet.
No.
It's not going anywhere either because even though we've had a little bit of a break back and forth, I've kept my dumbbell chair for a reason because I know that I'm always bringing you back in here at some point, some way, somehow.
I'm always welcome, which I appreciate.
You are my dumbbell. But we were in Lockbox. We recorded there, and since then, we teased everybody a little bit about what was going on. Then we had just gotten back from the Idea World Convention. We had just killed ourselves with this little thing called Tabata.
Killed ourselves.
And
we were working so hard.
By killed ourselves, I
we
mean
could
you
barely
killed
walk.
me.
We worked so hard.
Why do you keep saying we? You didn't do shit. You hadn't done anything.
I was up there motivating, cheering on, and challenging Brandon on every set.
Maybe if I just drown you out.
He doesn't.
I really feel like that's my only option that I can do here.
I like it. If you drown me out by music, then
just
I
drown
can't
you out
talk.
with Elvis
then
Presley.
I cannot talk.
No, by motivating you mean sitting there yelling at me when you've noticed that I'm not on the correct pace.
Right.
If this is what you want for Tabata Strong, follow Brandon's pace. Brandon, get on it in 3, 2, 1. I can't do this right. Go! It was brutal.
Amazing.
I
call it amazing.
Of course you call it amazing because you're the head of it.
Because you did.
You're the head of it, which is what we're going to talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not ever heard the first show that PJ and I did, it's very simple. Get on iTunes, Google either one of our names because it's still tagged on there, and go all
the way back. Scroll through.
The way back down. It's a very first show.
3 years worth of radio
I know that's really
shows.
hard to believe, but it is the first show that we did that's on there that we sit there and give our backgrounds. The show was famous. We weren't very good.
I don't even know what
We-
to say.
we-
I think I was so nervous.
PJ,
and-
we barely knew each other,
Yeah,
and we
we
literally
did.
had just started this show. Just a quick recap: what had happened was PJ had come over for dinner. I
Yep.
had nearly killed him.
You almost
Everybody
killed
knows
me.
that
Yep.
story.
Yep, we love
and
it.
then a couple months later, I gave you a call because you were the only other person I knew that had a CSCS, and I said, I want to start this radio show. My wonderful friend Todd Murray owns the station, and I'd love to do a fitness show. He's
Right.
agreed, and I don't want to do it by myself.
Yep.
PJ calls back, yeah, awesome, let's do
right.
it. We did it, and a year later, you had gotten deep into the CrossFit game, and
Yep.
then here came Lockbox later on, and through our little
I know, our slow
ebbs
journey
and flows,
of life
and flows.
and work.
But the
and
difference is
fun.
now 3 years later, and I've known you for longer than that. You and I have known each other for almost 4 years now because we started the show a little bit late. But my gosh, how things have changed. And
has.
here we are. Here we sit on two totally different levels,
Right.
but in the exact same place.
Yeah.
Magically.
Here again, together. It's crazy.
It's been a wild ride, but since everybody hasn't spoken to you since August,
Yeah.
I've had Jill in here, I've had Berto in here, I've had Jamie Granger in here.
The entire Tabata team.
I've had the
so-
entire Tabata team in here. I was trying to get Erica and Alicia in here
Yep.
when they were here,
Oh,
but
yeah, when they were visiting.
didn't work. Just didn't
Okay.
work. But alas, soon it will happen. But everyone else who's listened to the show knows about Tabata and what we've been doing. But the difference is, PJ, is this is your new baby, really. Launching on January 30th, no
Yes.
less. We have a huge new fitness trends that is about to erupt, and because you're about to go on a huge fitness tour and press tour,
Yes.
I am calling today your introductory.
My first, yeah.
Get your feet wet. We're going to talk about Tabata and PJ Stahl because that's really the only place that I know where to go with this, because I've been fortunate enough to be a part of this with you
Every step of the way.
from the
I've
beginning.
had you by my side in the entire thing.
And whereas originally I was like, oh, that's so sweet, he wants to have me involved. He just wanted to drag me through the mud with him. I mean, let's be honest.
I just wanted to make you work.
PJ
That's what I
knew.
wanted.
BJ knew
I
that
knew
this
how
was
hard it
going
was
to be
gonna be.
suffering. He's like, God, I'm not doing this by myself. Call the idiot.
Right.
Dumbbell?
Right? Dumbbell?
Dumbbell.
Hey, there's a dumbbell out there that'll help me.
Sure enough, here comes Brandon. No, but
Right.
seriously, from the get-go, you and I have gone through this, and you've really just kind of blossomed into this fitness guru. Not that you weren't before, PJ, but I mean, like, you've always, there's names not needing to be named. You've always kind of been put under a peg
Right.
of someone else who's either opening something or having something to do with it, and that's not a bad thing. You know, you've got to get your ring somewhere and step up the ladder. However, this is your first time where you've had a group of people who is a very professional group of people who have turned around and said, we recognize your talent, we recognize your drive,
Yep.
and we want you to launch this.
Yes.
And just for everybody else, because we are actually allowed to talk about this
Right,
now.
now we can.
Last time PJ and I were in, we were like, ooh, shit,
There's a
I don't know."
surprise. There's something coming.
I think we're allowed to say the
It's in the fog. It's
call it Tabata. PJ, I don't know what you call it.
Don't say it loud.
I think they heard me.
Yeah.
No, but now that this is out in the front and we can talk about it, there's a lot that's going to go on. I want everybody to think in the realm of a couple years ago with the little program called P90X.
Yes.
That came out, and I am not equivocating it to it by any means. I'm just saying, if you are thinking in a level of what is Tabata and how is this going to actually come across to America, to the world,
Right.
think about where P90 started.
Right.
Remember when you think about everybody starting to talk about, oh, muscle confusion, and
Yeah.
we're going to do this, and, you know, Tony Horton did that, and, you know, and then poof, now it's in gyms, and
Yes.
people are running classes,
Yeah.
and everybody's doing it, and they've gone through multiple cycles. There's different things. That's what's happening here, and we're literally launching this on that level.
Yes. It's going to be a
Plus.
Tabata in-home 6-week transformation system.
And it's a transformation.
It is. It is. And you were with me every step of the way. So we ran an entire testimonial group.
Yep.
5 days a week.
Yeah, so
For
that's
6
a good place
weeks
for us
straight.
to
That's a
start.
great place for us to start. Is how did this begin after, I kind of created the entire program,
Which
after I
didn't
created the
exist
system.
before, by
right?
the way. As you know, as I've said before, if you haven't heard the Tabata shows before, take a look back, listen to those. This was all created from Professor Izumi Tabata, who originally developed this. He didn't develop it. It was his his
lab
coach
testing.
that developed it, and he did all the lab testing for it for Olympic speed skating athletes. It's on that level, which we've talked about, and there's a whole show that really dives into the depths of Tabata a couple weeks back. Look it up, it just says Tabata. But PJ came in and completely adapted this entire system down from that level, one day at a time, into a body weight, high intensity interval training exercise that was then packaged into a warm up, Tabata section, cardio section, and core section with a cool down. So it's 20 minutes of a total workout, 20 minutes of your day, with 4 minutes of that 20 minutes where you're actually doing the Tabata portion, where you are killing yourself on any level. And the fun thing is it's possible for anybody to do, and that's where I want to start, PJ, because I've talked about the testimonial group before, but you and I ran that, and what PJ had done was he called me in the first day to come do the fitness test. There's 35 people. Guys, these are the people that are the before and afters. So when you see this program come out on TV in the next week, you're going to see all these wonderful people who come on who I don't even recognize. When you show their befores.
Their befores, it's crazy to see what they looked like.
These are the people that we came in with. So PJ, you tell the story. You had me come in and do the fit test for them. Start there.
So we have 35 people that we've chosen to pretty much offer the opportunity, like I say, within the entire system, is to change your life. Because how can we transform someone from the inside out? And it's about first taking the challenge and saying that I'm willing to commit to make a change. And when you make that commitment, it's going to happen. And when we brought them in on the first day, I had my DB by my side, Brandon Mills, and I wanted to demonstrate to them what this was going to be like and what it should look like.
The goal was what fitness was supposed to look like. That's where he made his first mistake. Why he called me, I'm not sure.
And I called him to demonstrate it. So I figured that you could actually show them though what they could look like, what they could be like, and what they could aspire to. Because I didn't want them to have false expectations, and I didn't want them to hold themselves back. I wanted them to see what I expected out of them. So I had Brandon get up in front of the class and do 2 rounds of this fit test that was, it's fun, but it's body weight movements, and it's absolutely grueling when you go full out for the 2 rounds that are required of you. And Brandon absolutely crushed it, and they were standing there in
shock.
Either shock, awe, or scared to death. And I think it was a mix of all 3, because it's intimidating when you first start anything, and when you feel uncomfortable in your body, you feel like you aren't fit, and you feel like you aren't ready to work out. And you see someone like you come in. We have these amazing white Tabata uniforms that we wear that that make you look like a true athlete. Like angelic. You could never look angelic.
Thank you,
but you knew that was coming. But it was great. So Brandon did that demonstration, and everyone had to perform the same thing, and they had to do it at their level. And like Brandon said, within the program, it's made for anyone because there are adaptations. So when you get into the workouts, and when you progress yourself, every single workout, every single program, every exercise has an option for someone, because you can modify any movement. And it isn't complicated, because you only need a 6 by 6 foot square.
That's it.
And you just need your body. There's no equipment. Nothing.
It's really amazing. It's totally remarkable. And going in there just to do this fitness test, like I came in fresh off the Idea World Convention, where I had gone in and I'm like, I know what Tabata is, so I was comfortable enough saying, I can do this. And Peter's like, oh, well, you're not doing Tabata. I was like, oh, okay. You're just doing a fit test. I said, what's on the fit test? He goes, I haven't written it yet. This is the day before. I'm supposed to go in there because I know I want him to do burpees.
I'm like, I need it to fit the program. And I had just finished the program.
You had just finished the program.
So you can't make a test unless you have the program done.
So I sit down, we write the fit test. I practiced it in front of him like once. I go in there, I'm nervous as hell because I didn't know what this was going to be. And I walk into this room, which is a full-blown set. All these, I always call them kids, and like 90% of them are older than I am, but I still call them my kids. They're in this room, and they're just looking at you with this, give me something. And you can see it behind all of their eyes. They're they're very happy that they're there, but they're right on that emotional edge of a complete breakdown because they're just at their wits' end. And what an amazing group of people. So I go in there, I slaughter the fit test, and then PJ calls me later on that day after we had decided we couldn't go through the actual first day of Tabata with them because it had taken them so long to do the fitness test.
That we couldn't train
Like,
afterwards.
ladies and gentlemen, seriously, it took them so long. Some of these kids up to 19 and a half
almost
minutes.
20 minutes.
On a scale, it took me 4 minutes and 23 seconds, if that gives you an idea. It was taking some of these people up to 19 minutes, which was amazing at the time. Like,
and they
finished.
were finishing it, which was great.
They finished. It
that's the
didn't
goal.
matter, but we couldn't do our first day of Tabata because these are real people who have real jobs who have got to get out of there and get to work. This is every morning at 5 a.m. for the record. So if PJ and I look a little low,
tired, a little puffy.
Christmas was not enough time to sleep. We're still catching up. We were going in for a double facelift so we can have a little bit of a discount. However, it was every morning. It was super early. PJ calls me after that and he's like, you know what? If you're willing to do this, I would like you to split up this group with me and flip-flop train them every day for 6 weeks. And I told you on the phone that day, I said, that's going to be really difficult with my schedule.
I know. I was like, just give up everything, every client you had and every class you had at 6 a.m. and commit to me. And
that's exactly what he said.
I couldn't believe that you
And I called him back. I had my meeting with Cycle House. I talked to Josh, talked to Carly, I talked to everybody that was there, and they were like, you know what? Yes. This is a huge opportunity for you and PJ, and I think you should do it. And I called PJ back. I said, all right, I'm in. And there we went.
I know.
There
Full
we went.
force.
Full force fitness. Every day, 5 a.m. in there, measurements, weights, sweat, literal blood, sweat, and tears.
Everything.
From all of them. And I've said it before and I will say it again. I have never met a group of people who are more dedicated, who are more intense, who are more willing to work. I've had amazing clients before. I've never had 35 amazing clients. And, you know, I say that with a little bit of a grain of salt. Like, listen, everybody who's listening in Spin right now is like, listen, asshole. Like, you sit there and you get to get off your bike. You don't have to do shit for us. That's not what I'm saying. This is a different level. This is, you know, I'm on top of you. You have to get results. You don't have a choice. And that's what we would sit there and we'd remind them is you are the face of Tabata for America. You are on camera. This is no time to fuck up. This is no bullshit. Like, you have got to
commit,
work.
And a big part of it also was the meal plan.
Yes.
You know, there's a 20-20-60 meal plan that goes with the entire program.
And let's talk about that also.
It's about them committing to every aspect of their life to this program, but balancing it within their real life. Because that's what we wanted. We wanted them to, we needed this to be authentic, and we didn't give them meals. We didn't pre-make any meals for them. They didn't get any delivery, so it isn't unrealistic. It was them having to go shopping, having to make their own food every single day, and get realistic results.
They did,
and what this was about.
They had a recipe guide from our wonderful nutritionist, Diana Stobo, who another name you will know. I need to get Diana in here.
Yeah,
She'd
we've got
be
to
great.
get her in here.
That'd be great to have her come in here and talk about the nutritional part of it. But she had come up with amazing recipes. Sundays were their load day, like what they called their cheat day.
The fuel up day.
Let me tell you.
I did not call it a cheat day.
I don't like the word cheat day. They all called it their cheat day. So
I did not call it a cheat day.
I walk in the next day.
They were not allowed to cheat.
It's cheat day. I'm like, you're not cheating on anything. You're like eating cashews. Like, come on. But seriously, their recipes are so good.
They're so good.
We don't even have to go into that. The programming that you wrote, the recipes that Diana wrote, it's all so good and so founded, and what you are going to see is results. And again, like, I now have the pleasure, and PJ does too, I have a lot of these kids now that spin with me.
Yes.
Which, whole new animal. Like, to see them going from body weight movements where they're killing themselves on the ground to putting them on a bicycle, allowing me to still yell at them, which I think they've just gotten to like.
Yeah.
I think they just like us. We've turned them into sadomasochistic little
fitness
kids. They just love the torture.
Yeah, they love it.
And you've got them now on the lockbox side, working out, lifting weights.
Which is amazing because it's balancing out everything. And we do Tabata at Lockbox now, which is absolutely phenomenal. Jill Penfold, who is
everyone
an
loves
amazing
Jill Penfold.
instructor. And
the real heavy-breasted gal who's been in here.
And she's running classes at Lockbox
Yes,
right
she
now
is.
too. And she's been a part of the entire system the whole time. And now we have the the classes there, which we should talk about later too, because the classes are actually different than the transformation system.
Can I talk about how jealous?
We have so many different things, and it's crazy because you can't lump it all together, Brandon.
Can I talk about how jealous I am that Roberto is in all of the Tabata shoots because he's Mexican?
Yeah.
But you listen to me, Berto. You can hear me right now. You don't speak Spanish, so I have a one-up on you on my Mexico card, sir. Number two, just because of your ethnicity, I offered to go get spray tanned to be a different ethnicity.
No, you did.
Still didn't work because PJ and I are both blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and they thought we looked like brothers.
Yeah.
I took that as a compliment. I'm just telling
we look
Berto.
too similar.
Berto,
I know.
you're lucky I love you, buddy.
Yes, he has a very amazing, unique
But he looks
look,
so
and he looks so
good in the shoots.
I know.
I was sitting there with Erica, and she was showing me some of the pictures, and she sent over that video of you guys, and I was just like, you know what? As much as I am completely jealous of every fucking second of this, like, everyone looks so good. And that's the other thing. Like, this is such a professionally packaged system, which, again, why'd they pick the two of us? I really...
I know, right?
Lipstick on a pig,
They
ladies
did a
and
great
gentlemen.
job.
Just keep it pulled. But it's such a professionally packaged system. Everything that we went through, we shot the DVDs together. We're literally going to be all over it. My favorite thing is that we were always in uniform. Like, you know,
Everything was very
it's the same thing from the Ideal World Convention. Like, everybody referred to us as the white angels that walked around because we were in all white, head to toe. Then we go and we do the fitness DVDs. We progress from red to black to white. I don't know how I was moving by the time I was wearing white. Hopefully, the white balance was just off on the camera, so you can't really see my pasty skin moving through. But we had such a great time shooting those, and everybody who's been a part of this process has just been extraordinary. And moving beyond that now, knowing that this is going to turn into a program that everyone can put their hands on.
Anyone can have
because what we've been doing, PJ, has been so secular and individual to us. Like, it's us working with a specific group of people with a defined set of goals, and you and I were contractually under literal lawyer mandates of what this program had to be.
There's no deviation.
I couldn't listen. For Mr. Music over here, putting that class to music, I'm sitting there, everything had to be perfectly timed. I couldn't go for an extra 30 seconds. There was even a day on a turbo. Turbo's the section that you can do after the Tabata workout if you want to do something else. And I told PJ, I was like, you know what, I'd really just love to give them an extra 30 seconds right now. And you looked at me, you said, I would too, but no.
But we can't.
Absolutely.
Everything, the entire group was run to the protocol of exactly what I wrote for every single DVD, every single fitness program. And we hold them, we hold them to those exact movements, the exact workouts, every single thing. And now, on January 30th, every single person has the option and has the ability to have that same program, which is kind of amazing. I don't even think I've taken it all in. Sometimes I'm like, I just keep working. I just keep working and working, and I don't know. That's my job. You just work. Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Is my first question, because literally, like, BJ, you're, if not my closest, one of my closest friends. Are you ready for this?
I'm just ready
I'm
to
ready
keep
for
working,
it for you.
I'm ready to keep working. That's what I keep saying.
I think that's you and I's problem is we never stop working, so we don't really ever get to sit there and absorb what's actually happening and all the great things that are going on. Because I mean, apart from owning a gym, writing programming, doing master training, doing a DVD series, plus everything else that you just go do, coming in here and doing radio shows with me.
Here we go.
I mean, PJ, on January 30th, in typical TV fashion, you're getting flown to London.
I am, which is London, and I've never been to Europe.
Ladies and gentlemen, it just sank in.
It did.
I just asked the
I can't
question,
even
it just sank
believe
in.
it. Like everything I feel like it's all just these steps. And
I'm your carry-on.
Yes,
I don't know
right.
if they've told
I was
you
gonna
that.
say, yeah, my bodyguard.
I'm your carry-on. I wouldn't label me as your bodyguard. You'll probably be dead. But you are flying to London to meet Professor Izumi Tabata.
I know.
After the only correspondence, ladies and gentlemen, that he has had before that is an email where he said, "PJ, this isn't hard enough,"
which was
Just
great.
like,
yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I've been working with Professor Tabata on the entire system. He has to approve every Tabata exercise. So the specific exercises that he has previously created and the new ones that I've created have to be approved to get heart rates to an equivalent range of what he did within the protocol, the original testing. And so we work back and forth and we create those. But outside of that, the entire system I'm creating based on his studies.
Yeah.
And he is, sitting in Japan, I'm assuming, looking at and watching these emails go back and forth between me and seeing me on these pictures and in these videos and DVDs. And we've never, who is this? Who is this PJ Stahl that's in the US and, putting everything together. And I just feel, just honored and blessed to be able to do the program. But on top of it, to be able to meet him and to be able to talk to him and to be able to ask questions and really just dig deep into everything that he's done. And I really want to hear some of the science stuff behind it. How did he go through different transitions of different numbers? Did he use, other than the 2010, did he do other things with the speed skaters in their training before he tested the actual protocol? What did it entail? What did it take? And how did he get there? And I'm excited. You can tell I'm geeking out right now on all of that.
He's going to look at PJ. He's going to go, I would tell you, but then I would have to kill you.
He will. So it is, right? A dart to my neck. But it's awesome. I get to meet him.
That's gonna be great for you. Please take pictures. Don't screw that up.
We're gonna do like a picture of us shaking hands, like the official meeting.
What are you gonna wear?
And I don't even, probably the Tabata white gear.
Please.
I don't know what to wear.
Don't geek out. You walk in. Oh, hi, sir. I'm wearing your name.
I'm wearing your clothes all over my. I don't know what to do. I want to be very respectful.
I think you should wear white of some kind.
White, okay, white.
But I don't think you. Jesus, I mean,
want to
no
wear my
offense
white
to everybody
gear.
out there.
Show up.
Natasha, Erica, cover your ears. But the white tank tops aren't the sexiest things we've ever seen.
Yeah, but I don't know what to wear. Maybe I'll wear my Tabata transformation shirt.
Can we get some with a 900 thread count,
right?
Rich? Rich, I don't know if you're listening, but if we could get something with maybe a little higher thread count, and maybe we make sure we monogram.
They're doing apparel right now, by the way.
Erica,
I hope you know.
Turn up.
They're doing everything.
900 thread count and embroidered Tabata, because those embroidered Tabata shorts that I stole from PJ to have altered.
Steal them.
Hey, listen, I was on camera, all right? I was standing right next to you the entire time. I was not about to wear those fucking parachute pants, all right? I have to look out for myself when no one else is.
I love it.
But yeah, just maybe a little bit of silk, a little bit just embroidery. It's fine. Just a barrel, fine. So you're gonna meet him,
and then
in London, and then you go on a press tour.
And then
Thank God you're here.
It's cracking. Good thing I'm here today. This is the launch of the tour, I think.
This is the launch of your damn tour.
I know it is.
Listen, every time you sit down and you have an interview, I want you to remember where you started. Today, I want you to remember 3 years ago.
When you tried to kill me when I first met you.
Bullshit. That was a year before we started the show.
Yeah.
Our first show, if you go back and listen to all that lead up, like you and I have had some amazing shows, and we've also had some completely shit shows that we completely laughed all the way through. But let me tell you, your interview skills, sir,
they have
right
skyrocketed.
I only take partial credit.
Completely changed. You should, because my first day, I remember sitting in that chair and thinking, I don't know how I'm going to make it through an hour. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. And you're like, don't worry, I'll lead you. I have an outline. We have all the. I brought like books. I brought.
He did. PJ
I brought
used
all
to
this
bring
printed
books
out.
in here.
I would bring books, and I had all these printed out notes and all this information, and I mean, which is great. It's stuff that.
Well, one of us had to be smart.
I mean, I was like, I'm like, come on, this is called Too Smart Dumbbells for a reason.
I love that you just put the emphasis on dumb, not smart. The two of us.
I always do. I like that. But yeah, it's been an evolution, and the entire process has been amazing. On the trip to London as well, I get to meet the UK master training staff for the class, which we should probably talk about.
Yeah, let's get into master training.
Let's talk about the class.
Since we're both here.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So there's Tabata, which is the actual protocol.
Yep.
Right? The Tabata protocol is the 20 seconds on of super maximal intensity, 10 seconds off. You do that 8 rounds through. It's a total of 4 minutes. That's what Professor Tabata tested,
hearing
right?
About it again.
That's what his studies were based around, to find the actual results from that.
Correct.
That it can improve anaerobic and aerobic thresholds.
But this is now to a level where we can give you more than that, more than just a DVD that you can buy at home.
Right.
This is going into LA Fitness.
Yes.
Where you can go take this as an actual class from day one.
Yes.
Where we're going to have these in any LA Fitness that we can get it into right
Yes.
now. But what happens with that is obviously, just like I get up and teach spin, someone has to get up there and teach you how to do Tabata. You have
Right.
to have an instructor. Enter the master training program. PJ.
Yes. So within the class structure, I've created and designed a 20-minute class that's going to be based into probably 30-minute blocks. So there's a 10-minute what we call Tabata technique. So it teaches you all the moves, gives you 10 minutes to introduce what the class is, how it goes, and then you've got 20 minutes straight of pretty much the entire workout, and it's
stop.
nonstop. The
No
music is
stopping.
amazing, everything's structured to time,
great.
and I am now going to do the actual master training where I train the trainers that are going to go out and do the certifications.
With all your
I'm
free
like-
time,
I mean,
I'm
it's
so
like
glad
training
you-
the trainers to do.
It's lots
It
of
is,
free
I
time.
mean, yeah,
Lots
it's-
of free time.
Yeah, so next week I am doing the first official master training course, and in the U.S. everything has been previously launched in the U.K. and that's currently running. So I get to actually go and meet these trainers,
Yeah.
and they're watching my videos, they're
Doing
looking
your
at all,
moves.
doing the moves, doing everything that I've created, and I can't believe I get to meet these people that are spreading the course and spreading the energy and the love of Tabata that was in my heart that helped create it.
Well, and on a whole new level also, because as you've said previously, like this has been out there. This has been going for almost 2 years now in the UK,
Yep.
but on a different level. And you've really catapulted it to a whole new level, which through a lot of hard work has gotten it there. But this is now a very, like we said, professionally packaged system that can deliver results to any person of any
Right.
fitness background,
Yep.
no matter what. Take myself, for example. It has destroyed me and built me back up. And it's taken people who have never exercised before and turned them into fitness-loving animals, really. So there's every person in the continuum in between there. Now to be able to go over there, meet this master training team as PJ Stahl, that's going to be extremely exciting for you. To go over there, give them something where they can take their currently existing and highly successful program to a whole new level,
Right.
and then bring it back over here. Hopefully have all of us get through this master training, create a squadron of Tabata crazies,
I know.
and send them out
Tabata
into
crazy master
send,
trainers.
send them out into the world to go do this exercise. And then hopefully, as we discussed at some point, have a US versus UK Tabata off.
Yes, which would be awesome.
And then
I want to do that.
Whoever wins is the only team that can
Right.
wear white.
The
900
angelic
thread
white,
count.
right?
Embroidered.
Yes.
Erica.
So
Embroidered.
it's amazing. It's really cool to have a science-based and a science-tested protocol utilized into a system with structure.
Yeah.
And that's really what I wanted to bring. I wanted to bring structure around how is the warm-up based, what are the movements, what's the importance, and are they based on fundamental movement patterns? Like what do people need to learn and to do, and how do they need to move to progress?
Sure.
And then moving into cardio, we wanted to increase heart rates to about 75 to 80% to get them prepared for the Tabata section.
And
I mean, it was all strategically and scientifically created to optimally get results. And like you said, for someone like yourself that's a fitness expert that can come into a class and absolutely push themselves to
To
the
a whole
max
new level.
and work to a new level.
I've never worked that hard.
But yet somebody that's never worked out can also come in and work at their own intensity, modify the movements, and still get an amazing workout and progress to results. And we've seen it in person with 35 people.
PJ and I come from lightly different backgrounds. Our fitness paths were quasi the same in terms of schooling and getting into fitness and everything else. However, as everyone knows, you had a large CrossFit background, which is where you and I always had a little bit of a headbutt 3 years ago when we would sit on this show and talk about it. And it wasn't that I was against it. It's just my fear was, from my fitness background, is I didn't understand what people were doing with weights right away. And I had always said, and you agreed with me, that there was a functional piece of the body that had to be learned. PJ, for those of you who don't know or just have happened to forgot, was a big gymnast. So your entire base level of fitness was mastering your form and function of the body that you have in time and space. I signed on to this after doing the idea convention with you and sitting down and speaking about this with you because I knew that this was a program that was going to allow every single person to safely and effectively go in and get exercise results that is in a non-intimidating, it doesn't break your self-esteem ever. It is a very build-up program that takes you from whatever level you're at to a completely new level. And the capacity for injury in the way that there's many sports and fitness trends right now going on is very low. Because people are actually having to master their body weight at intensity that is relative. Because if you've never worked out before, sometimes just, jumping around for 5 seconds is really hard for you. That might be all you can do. And like PJ said at the top of it, there's something that's always modified. And the one thing that I think you and I should probably have tattooed on us somewhere is your only option is to modify. Your only rule is to not stop. The only thing we would tell them is you cannot stop
moving. You're even, march in place.
Anything.
Slowly move your feet.
Just move.
Slowly move your hands, whatever the movement is. I just want you to keep moving, even if it's slow, because you can. And when they would do it, when people take my class and when they do it, and then when people did the transformation system and they did it, every single response is, I had no idea what I was capable of.
No kidding.
And when they conquer that, they approach every situation in life the same because now there's that belief and that ability to think, I thought that I knew what I couldn't do. I thought that I knew what my barriers were. I had placed these holds and these boundaries on myself because I knew that this is all I was capable of. And all of a sudden, we're breaking every single one of them. And every day that they came in, and every time people come to class, those boundaries and those barriers are all of a sudden broke. And these new ideas of potential
are built,
and that is what drives the entire program.
We had lots of moments with our test group that we went through, and a lot of time PJ and I, just because we're very similar, would always sit them down at the end and we'd have motivational moments, as we call them, or I call it real talk with Brandon after their Tabata section. It was like 5 minutes. They sit there. I'd make them close their eyes. They had to sit there with their eyes closed and just breathe and calm down. And we went from the first week of this was the hardest thing they ever did to the 5th week of you've only got 1 week of this left to the last day that they're doing this. We even did a 4-week extension with part of the group where they ended up having it for a grand total of 10 weeks of doing this every single day. The transformation and the things that came out of them was just such an unbelievable foundation of self-discovery. And that's not, hippy-dippy, crunchy, mushy BS. This is a real life-changing event for all of these people, and mine too. And I'm sitting there and I'm speaking with them because in that time, you and I had done the fitness DVDs, which we had filmed 6 weeks of exercises in 4 days.
It was a lot.
I just had to take a minute.
It was
a
lot.
A piece of my soul died that day. I just had a moment of silence for my soul. We filmed 6 weeks of exercise in 4 days, and I in those 4 days, and I was on a different place than everybody else who was filming those DVDs, and I don't know if it was for better or for worse, but I had done all of the workouts because I was training the test group with you every single day, so I knew every single one of these workouts. We're in there with some of the top athletes that we know. Going through it. I'm going to leave you out of this because you weren't doing anything but yelling at us.
Hey, I was doing it.
You just shut up
I
and
would
sit there.
jump in and do like 3 or 4 reps, and then I would walk around and yell.
3 or 4 reps. He means just introduce the exercise and then turn around and start yelling. Or beating me in the stomach outrageously
that was
during
fun.
core.
That was my favorite core one.
Oh my God. Anyway, I will never forget sitting there and I'm having these moments and it's not as sappy as it's going to sound, but I'm sitting there, I'm sweating profusely, I'm under hot lights, my makeup's falling off my face, I'm worried about Hadil having to come back in and fix me up, and everybody else, I see Jamie Granger dying right next to me, which makes me feel better about myself, and then I'm having this moment where I'm listening to PJ, and I had this like outer body experience, I'm not kidding you, where it was either I was about to pass out, which is probably what it was, or it was me busting through to this whole new level. And I had this crazy moment of like floating clarity. And I was just like, this is the hardest thing I have ever done. And I hope it looks good. And then everybody comes rushing downstairs.
Yeah.
The DVDs look so good. Everything looks so amazing, and it's just I sat there in that moment, and I was so proud of not only you for being up there and doing it, even though you were pissing me off that day, but everybody else that we were doing this for. Because I think back and to watch everybody go through it, and you'll see in the DVDs, like you get to repeat some of the workouts for the first couple weeks, so you really get used to it. But then after that, they really start to change, and they change often, and it's really a whole new level that everybody can get to, and it was fun. It was fun to see, and it's an experience that is one that I really can't wait for everybody to feel, because it's not a bone crusher, it's not a breakdown, ever. No. It's every day's a build up, and though this isn't something that after the 6 weeks we recommend that you do every single day,
right?
It's such a great place to start, no matter where you are, and to know that not only do we have each other and our team that's going to make this, and that we're going to get to give this passionate gift to other people to go out and hopefully light the same fire under their ass that we have. If
Yes.
not, go out and go give this to everybody else, not just in an in-home system.
Right.
To be in gyms and running it out of Lockbox with Jill and you and everybody else, it's so exciting.
It is.
2015 has never looked better, ladies and gentlemen.
Never looked better.
PJ and I have had 3 years of New Year's. We've never had one where we actually both have shit going at the same time.
I know. We just go back and forth.
Usually just both of us like,
It's
oh,
usually
well, we got
or the
clients.
other, or one or the other, right?
And
now
here
here
we
we go. Yep, both of us.
What are you most looking forward to with all of this, PJ?
I guess for me, it all, I think, kind of hit me probably 2.5 weeks ago.
If you were on the Today Show and that was your question, you would have had to get this done.
I know. I'm like, now
this
I'm
is
like,
training, PJ.
Right, training. Right, you've helped me. 3
This is
years,
training.
right? 3 years. I should know how to answer something faster.
Let's try that again.
So, okay.
What do you want out of all of this, PJ? Where do you see this going?
So I would say about 2.5 weeks ago is when it all hit me. I got a text from one of the producers, and he said, I'm watching you on my television right now, and I just finished my workout, and I feel amazing. And he sent me a picture of the screen with me on it. And that was when it kind of hit me that I'm going to now have the ability to reach people that I couldn't before. And that's been my whole goal. My entire
people you'll never meet.
Everything that I've been working towards, and everything that you go to school for. I've been studying, and I've been getting certifications, and I've been working my butt off to be educated enough and to work hard enough to provide a product and a system and something to reach more people than I can in person. And when I got that picture, I realized that I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be able to help people that I physically would never be able to get to before. And that's when it hit me that like this is truly like an entire dream that's coming true, because I get to help people.
Hopefully that wasn't the day that I had stolen your shorts.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
God, those shorts really look good.
Really look good, Brandon.
Look sharp.
I'm like, those look like my shorts.
You did. You totally called me out on that.
But that's what it is. It's
an amazing dream realized, and I'm from a totally different perspective. To even sit there, I would laugh sometimes because we had to screw with you a little bit when we were on set. But to watch you just be able to turn around, you knew it when it was happening. I don't think it was sinking in, but you knew when it was happening. You turned on that fitness personality that honestly, PJ, you don't really ever have. And I don't mean that as a cut, but like I've known you for a really long time. You're the quiet, just kind of steady. No, that was good. PJ, I really feel like I could put more weight on here. Well, if you think you can, maybe 5 pounds. Just real quiet. And then to turn around and then to see that fire that came out of you, that just comes out of nowhere. And from a similar perspective, the same one that I would hear coming out of myself when I was training that test group, I'm just like, where did this come from? What are you? You are yelling at them. And it's amazing because you know it's working. And it's amazing because you know how much it's affecting them. And I'm really proud of you for doing that. And having been on almost every single one of those DVD shoots, I can tell you from a personal, very sweaty perspective that it sounded really good. And if you were pushing me that hard and I was right there, I wasn't even allowed to look at you.
You weren't.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't even allowed to look at you, but it was a really great transformation of you to watch you come through and push all that. And you're going to reach so many people who might be listening right now, who might think that they know you, but guys, this is a whole new PJ.
Yeah.
This is a whole new system, and this is a whole new opportunity just for huge growth. I really can't wait till this thing comes out. If any of you are night owls or for whatever reason, if you go out and get wasted and you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning eating Doritos on your couch, you're probably going to see both of us on television.
Yeah.
Or just hear
You will.
PJ.
No, both of us are there. You'll see us.
You won't hear
You'll
me
see
except
us, you'll see us jumping around, sweating hard.
Every time
I'll be
you hear
screaming
the-
and yelling at you and motivating you.
They had to bleep me like 1,000 times every time on the DVD. That's not the whistle that's
Right,
counting down the
that's
numbers.
Brandon
That's Brandon
swearing.
screaming. Fuck! In the back. Beep. Oh, we have 3 seconds? No, that's just Brandon again. It's going to be fun for everybody to see that.
It
You're
is.
about to go on a huge press tour for this, which that I know you're not ready for,
Yeah.
but you're never ready for a press tour. You're going to be asked the same questions over and over and over again. What is it? How does it feel? You're going to have to be turned up, turned on.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you have to sit down with Ellen and she just
Oh
screws
my
with you the
gosh,
entire
I can't
time.
wait to.
She's
I want
gonna
to
screw
dance
with you
around the
ent-
coffee table. Just
all
so
you should
bad.
do.
I want to dance or do Tabata around the coffee table.
Just go up there and just tell
I'll
her.
just ask her.
You're never
I'm
going
like,
to do
my
this.
whole goal is
Let's
to
just
do
do
rocket
Tabata
jumps
dance.
by the coffee table.
She'll let you do it. Just
I hope so.
Tabata dancing. 20 seconds on,
Yes.
10 seconds off. Y'all can stand there awkwardly
Yep.
for 10 seconds
Yep.
and then start again.
Hang out, look around, and do it.
But you're going to go on this huge exposure. Obviously, the goal to promote the product. But again, like we all know that this is going to have a moment where it has huge exposure, and PJ has huge exposure. The one thing that I am so excited about and so proud to be a part of on the flip side is that prior to all of this even being released, the work that you have done and allowed me to be a part of to release this on a national level so it sticks. This is not just, and this speaks to our owners of the company and everybody who's doing this. This is not just a moneymaker, go out and have a huge bang, we all want to go retire in Malibu.
Right.
This is transformational fitness that we want to spread that has a huge growth pattern that they've
Right.
talked to us about, which finally there's something we're not allowed to talk about yet.
Yeah.
But has a huge growth pattern of things to implement this as a system in this country to create a longitudinal change. And that's not something that I can say has been in a fitness DVD series before. And to be put together so professionally and packaged and out there
Yeah.
is really a testament to everybody across the pond who we've been
and to
working
have,
with.
I mean, and like you just stated, but to have a company like NBC Universal behind us, to have a company that is truly backing the idea of making a fitness change, and that's what they're all about. It really is a foundation of when we have our meetings, when we talk, it's how and why is this system going to work? How and why is this scientifically based? I mean, it's all very, very legitimate, and it's a true passion behind every one of us that we want to make a difference, and that's what it is. And to find there's a website right now though that's out there called Tabata Strong, TABATA strong.com, and it has all the newest information. You can put in your email and you'll get updates on what's going on. You can watch the like trailer of everything. You'll see Brandon jumping around and sweating. You'll see me. So if you
Screaming.
want information, check it out, and it'll let you know when the release date is, when the pre-sale happens, kind of all of that. So if you are interested in changing your body and doing some body weight movements and watching Brandon get sweaty and get yelled at by me,
So
then get on there and
Just
go
a
to
whole new day.
tabatastrong.com.
who doesn't want to see that?
Yeah.
If somebody were to ask you just randomly,
Okay.
why they should try Tabata, they've tried everything, PJ. You know, I've done it. It just nothing ever seems to work for me. Nothing ever sticks. Why should I try Tabata?
I would say try it because it's fast and anyone can do it. Literally, it's only 20 minutes and everybody has 20 minutes. You can't give me an excuse. It literally is the no excuses workout. That's I feel like it's a little bit cliche to say that, but it honestly is, because everyone has 20 minutes and you need no equipment. You need nothing. You only need your body. You can literally do this anywhere.
You don't even need
It doesn't
clothes.
matter if you're you don't need clothes.
You can do it in the nude.
But yeah, I recommend you could do it naked.
Yeah.
And
We've said that from day one. We just
right,
want to look
always.
good naked.
Look good naked. So it really is though. And try it, because you deserve the chance to change your body, and it's never too late.
It's true.
It is never ever too late, and it doesn't matter, how tired you are from work, and how stressed you are, or how depressed you are, or how overweight you are. You just have to move, and it's okay if you move slow, because everybody starts somewhere.
Got to.
And that's how it was with this group. Everybody started somewhere, and even if they were stepping or marching in place, you're doing it because you're moving, you're burning calories, and you're increasing your overall fitness level that's going to continue to catapult you and continue to get you to where you want to be. It just takes that first step, like you always say.
One step, one time.
To get you moving and to get you started in this program. And it'll stick with you. I really wanted to make sure there was a heart to this program. It wasn't just fitness. It wasn't just a
PJ,
workout.
Don't flatter me. Come on.
It was. I didn't say you were the heart of the program, but I wanted there to be an emotional connection. I wanted there to be motivation outside of it. And like you said, it was the speeches that we gave every day, those motivational talks, talking to the group.
Yeah.
I made sure that that's coming across in the programs, in the DVDs, and everything that I wrote, in the fitness guide, in the calendar. I give a quote every single week of what they should be thinking about and what they should be focusing on, because I want them to know that there's more than just a workout.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle change.
It is.
And it can happen. And the same thing in the classes. At the end of the class, the instructors are taught to give small motivational speeches
God, I
at
can't
the
wait to
very
teach
end.
people how to do that.
I know. It's so cool to give a motivational speech, because it's about changing a life.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that pushing yourself to such a capacity, no matter what level it is, and making a change is ultimately going to change your life, and your body changes automatically. And that's what's cool to hear from,
It really
from
does.
most of the people, is they're like, we had one person in the testimonial group that thought that liposuction and plastic surgery was the only way that she was going to get toned legs
Oh.
and toned glutes. I'm not going to say her name, but
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. But that was her. We had to talk about it one day, and that was her only option. She thought at that point, and she went through the program, and she took pictures of her legs and glutes from the beginning and the end with her bathing suit on, and she sent me the pictures, and she actually posted them. But she
Noted.
legitimately said, I cannot believe
Yeah,
that
it's
this
impressive.
works,
Hey.
because you're using your body and you're working hard. It's going to work, but you have to commit to pushing yourself to a level that's right for you.
I'm going to say one last thing personally about Tabata.
Yes.
Which is another 100% truth. I have never in my life come across a program or a piece of programming where I refuse to stop. I refuse to let it beat me. There's been 1,000 times in CrossFit where I've just said, nope, not lifting it again. There's been tons of time in spin, both as an instructor and as a student, where I will say either to myself or to the person in front of me, fuck no.
Yeah, my legs won't work.
It's just not going to go anymore. Like, I can't do that. I never, ever, ever once in Tabata, either at IDEA, either training with you afterwards, doing it with the testimonial group, or everything that we've done between A and B, demonstrating or taking, had a moment where I said, I'm not going to make it through these 20 seconds. You push that brain to such a different level, and it is a literal mind transformative tool that you really can take outside of just the workout. And we've said it 100 times even today. You're never broken afterwards, but you are fragile. You are in a very fragile state because you've pushed into a new level of change that previously hasn't existed. And I swear to you that if you try it even once, you're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna do it again because it's 20 seconds. My speech that I've been giving right now has lasted 27. You could have done
you could have done an entire Tabata
round
20 seconds.
in the time it took you to listen to that round of bullshit that I just shot. Okay? Like, but seriously, you are never, ever going to say, no, I'm not finishing this. And for all of you out there who are just like, yeah, whatever, Brandon, like, you don't know me. I know you. I know you. I don't even have to know you. PJ knows you and he doesn't even have to know you. Like, you're used to listening to me. Wait till you listen to him. Wait till 3 whistles is your new sign of terror. And I've told everybody right before we started Tabata every single time, I said, get ready for the most intense 4 minutes of your life. And every day it gets more intense because every day you get stronger.
Yeah.
What does Tabata mean to you, PJ? Because this started as something that you've said you wanted to have a heart, you wanted to have a soul. I know you believed in it because you had spoken to me about it before you got involved in it. And here we are about to launch this, not just to the U.S., to the world. What does Tabata mean to you now?
Tabata to me is the chance to utilize your body for its true potential. And I have a quote that goes into more detail about it, but ultimately knocked down into the shortest amount of words. It's unlocking your true potential of what your body was made to do. Our bodies were made to move. Our bodies were made to jump. And like you said earlier, my foundation was gymnastics. My foundation was learn how to use your body in the most optimal way. Learn how to use your body in space in the way that it was designed to be moved. And we all have jobs and we all are overwhelmed, and people have kids, and it's life gets in the way of what you should be doing. There's fundamental movement patterns that your body should be going through because it was made to do it. And Tabata is getting you back to it. To me, Tabata is making your body do what it was designed to do.
Yep. That's awesome. That works.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always taught that my body was designed to run away from...
Here we go. Go ahead, say it.
My body was designed to run away from lions. But, yours... You just trained yours so that you ran away from lions doing somersaults and back handsprings.
Yeah, doing rocket jumps and, angled man with windmill arms. The names of these exercises are amazing. Thank you very much. Brandon's favorite.
It's my favorite. Angled running man with windmill arms. Basically,
flying sumo plank, though.
I love flying sumo plank.
Flying sumo plank is
truly
I'm gonna
repost
amazing.
that.
We
on
need to
Dumbbell page
repost
today.
the slow motion video. That video is. I'm gonna post it on Instagram today.
Yeah,
I'll do it. At PJ Stahl, come check me out. Join me on Instagram.
Yeah, get on there before his Instagram gets shut down.
I know.
Quickly.
Yes.
But there's a lot that's about to come out of this, and we've said a lot. We really have said a lot. There's so much more that we could say.
Yep.
The truth is that everyone who's listening right now is about to have an opportunity to grow, to push, and to change at a time when everybody's looking for something to change. And whether I like it or not, this is the 3rd year now where I've had the opportunity to sit on the radio and talk about how I feel about January.
Yes.
This is the first time. No, I'm.
I'm
you
ready.
Sit down,
Okay.
PJ.
This is
when I get to punch you in the gut.
You can
Okay.
see me in the camera.
Yeah, he's sitting. You sit down.
I'm not standing. Okay, go
Quiet.
ahead.
Turn your mic off. Turn the music back
Okay,
on.
go.
This is the first time that in a January I've had a very positive excitement about fitness because it's the first time that I've been a part of something that I know is very real. And everyone who knows me knows that January, apart from it being my birthday month, is a time that I have a difficult time with everyone in fitness because it honestly hurts my feelings to have people get so into health and wellness and change and growth, and then to watch people fall off that path. And I am telling you that for the first time in my fitness career as a professional, having worked with this test group and being a part of Tabata and seeing the change that's happened, knowing that not one of our kids dropped out and that we're about to have thousands, if not millions of people that we get to reach. Beyond that we're going to get to start master training and teaching trainers how to train and people how to train and coaching and motivating, that this is going to be the first January in a long time where I don't have fallout, where I have build up.
Yes.
And that you have build up and that everyone has build up, because this is not something that is going to fade off. And it's the 3 things that I told them on my last day coaching that test group 10 weeks in. I said, there's 3 things that I've always told you to do. First of all, push. Whenever I can't breathe or anything else, or I'm just looking at that group, I always tell them to push. because you always have a little bit more that's in you. Don't stop moving. Do your modification. Do something. Just keep pushing. And they always did. Number 2, dig deep.
Yes.
Because there's going to be plenty of times where you look at me, and I've seen that face because I've made that face.
Yep.
When PJ's punching me in the gut on camera to keep crunching, to dig in because you want to quit, but you can't. Like, it's just 20 minutes. It's just 20 seconds. Like, just finish it. One more rep, one more round, one more step. Just keep digging, because no matter what, when PJ and I, as trainers for a really long time, that's what we get paid to do. Find that dig for you, push you to that new level to get in there and find something to just pull some shit out of somewhere so you can keep going.
Yep.
Always dig. And then the last one, let go. Because so often everyone's minds get in the way and they tell them, I've never succeeded in fitness before. I've never been able to get the results that I want. I can't. Yes, you can.
Yes.
And it's not letting go because you want to.
You can.
You've got to let go because you have to.
Yes.
Because you've got to release your mind and let your body take over, because it can always do it. And for the first time ever, this is a January where not only have I said all those things, but I believe all those things. And it really is going to be one step, one time, all the way through to a whole new level for people who you and I are never going to know.
Right.
My only question,
Yes. Yes. I like this.
do I send my hate letters to you or to Professor Tabata? I'm not really sure who's
you
running
can
this
send them
ship
to
here.
me. You can
All right,
send them
ladies
to
and
me.
gentlemen,
Send
them to PJ.
Send them to
He
me. I
made
would
most of
love
the
to, yeah.
exercises.
I did. So if you,
All right, well, you tell Professor
when you're
Tabata
sweating,
for me
yes, I'll tell him.
that he gets to not feel my wrath
Right,
of this.
yes. I'll take the wrath.
I've never been in more glue pain in my life. I can't do my job. Help.
Send it to me.
Help.
Send it to me. I'm here to help.
I'm glad you're here to help.
Yes.
PJ, we're at the cusp of a huge year. We're at the cusp of a huge transformation, and I could not be happier or more proud to call you my friend and my dumbbell, but to also have you here on the 3rd anniversary of our show, because 3 years ago, what you and I started just as not as a joke, but as we honestly started this because you and I sat down with the common good and knowledge to say, we want to spread fitness to everybody. And then a very short 3 years later, which in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot that's happened between A and B, but a very short 3 years later, here we go.
Here we go.
Here
we're
we
on
go.
the path, and we're continuing to do it.
Dumbbells
you,
forever.
Yeah, you have led the way of 2 smart dumbbells, and
I've just
I'm
preached on the
lucky.
radio.
Yeah, like I do. I feel very, very lucky and truly honored to have you as a friend and to have you on this path with me.
Well, thanks,
and
Pete.
I wouldn't do it with anyone else, so I really appreciate you.
I'm not giving your
Right.
chair away.
Don't cry.
I'm not
Don't
crying.
cry.
You're the one that
I
cries.
see a twinkle in your eye.
That's my angelic nature coming out.
That white, all
It's
that
all
white that you've
white.
been wearing.
It's all
Good
that
thing
white
you're
that's
not in
coming
white
on
today.
Black. Just dark angels over here. No, it's going to be a fun path, and
Yes, it
there's
is.
nobody that I would rather do it with either. You know, I've dropped my life for you a couple times, and it's been worth it. So that's your chair. You need to get
I know.
back in it.
It feels comfortable.
PJ.
It's ready. It's ready
It's-
to be sat in every week
It's
again.
ready.
I think
We'll
it's
get there.
ready.
Since
Let's-
we have, again, so much free time.
I know.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do the damn show. I'm sitting there flying all over the place. Y'all get to go to, you get to go to El Paso tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. Let's do it.
Everyone in Texas is just like, oh, of course, you had to pick a Texas town. Hey, I'm from there. Calm down, guys. I love El Paso. Can't wait to go. PJ, everybody needs to get on the cusp. At
Yes.
PJ Stahl.
Yes.
PJStallFitness.com. Email, go to Lockbox.
Yes.
If you're in LA, it's on Pico and Fairfax. Come play with us at Lockbox. We are
Yes.
real people. We are tangible human beings.
Right.
You can actually touch us. Here we go, PJ. Here we go. I'm so excited for you to go over and see everyone. Though I can't actually be your carry-on because somebody has to hold down the fort when you bail out of here.
I know. Someone's
Between
gotta keep
Susan
LA
and
running. I know you. Oh my gosh, Susan's
Can we
running
just
the
give
world.
Susan some love right
I mean,
now?
please. Susan is my business partner, my second hand,
The captain of the ship.
Really, like literally the captain of the ship.
PJ
She
and
is
I are
running
swabbing the
this
poop
and-
decks. Okay?
Right? Yeah.
Susan's guiding the damn ship
She
and
is.
following the stars to figure out where we need to go. So Susan,
Yes.
don't think that you are not completely appreciated
Yes.
because none of this would be
Could
possible.
happen.
PJ and I would both be dead without
Yes,
you,
without
for the
her,
record.
honestly.
And probably locked out of our houses multiple times.
Right. Oh, she's running it and love
We
her to
appreciate
death.
it. Our whole team over in London.
Yes.
We don't
Universal
have to name
Pictures.
you. NBC Universal. This is the start of your press tour with your glorious dumbbell, our fearless leader, PJ Stahl. You're not gonna let anybody down. This
We're
is
ready.
You're ready.
Take it by storm.
You're ready.
Take it by storm.
Just remember where your
where
interview
I
skills
started,
came
right?
from. Small people.
Started
It's
talking
the little
here.
things. All right. Well, it's a new year, PJ, and that obviously means that you need a new send out,
Yes,
sir.
which I do. Your body was made to do amazing things,
And backflips.
and I am here to help you with one thing, and that's unlock your inner athlete.
Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you are doing, take it one step, one time, even if that's 20 seconds at a time. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank you for sticking with us for 3 years. Here's to 3 more, PJ.
Yes, happy
Good
anniversary.
to see you, buddy. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.